You are an alchemist. Make gold of that. Hello everybody and welcome to Enshrouded. Today I'm taking flight in search of a mine. So the plan is going to be I need to find ore so that I can get my blacksmith working, and then I'm going to go find the alchemist. I was looking at my map and I noticed that after I found that spire that I just jumped down from, that big guy up there, that I have a whole bunch of these markers now, one of which is for the alchemist, and I'm excited for that because I am going to go for a magic build. So we've got the farmer, we've got the hunter, we've got the carpenter. I just have a lot of stuff to do. This is where I think the mine is, because in the last video when I was exploring near the bridge, there was a mention, what's this? A Roland flower. Interesting. There was a mention of a mine and ore nearby, and so this location seems to have a connection to that bridge building, and so I'm hoping that it will also have the ore that I need. So I'm going to try not to crash land, try and take care of this bat. Okay, that's one down. Alright, fur patches from the bat, nice. And then this does look like a mine to me, so I would be very happy if this is a mine. Yep, small flint mine. So I did find flint, but I thought that maybe there would be... Not today, you devils! I thought that maybe there would be like an ore. I don't know if flint is considered an ore necessarily, rather than just a type of rock. But I will take all of that scrap metal. Of course, we've got skeletons everywhere. That is such a staple of this game, is just dead bodies littered about. I'm not going to go up top. Let's go in. I'll have to remember that I can do that later. And also, fall damage. You can take quite a bit of fall damage. Okay, the earth is rich with minerals. Mine ore veins with a pickaxe to obtain them. Certain ores can only be found inside the shroud. Okay, that is really valuable information to know. I've got my pickaxe. What's this? Stone and what else? Flint stone. Okay. So, perhaps flint really is the first type of metal that we need. So this is really good. Back at my base, I built a charcoal kiln for my blacksmith, and I'm going to need to continue, obviously, building the rest of what he needs. I think he needs a forge. Look at that, level 4. Nice. That means I can get deeper into my wizard fantasy. I still have to see how my 5% chance of summoning an undead companion will work. So anyway, let's go ahead and put those points in. I'm assuming that's enough, enough metal for me to figure out some things. But anyway, here's where I am on my skill tree. I think I'm going to have to go this way because I want updraft. Updraft will, jumping with space while gliding lifts you upwards, so I'll be able to do like an extra little hop. And then this is a pushback. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to work on going down these two paths, I think. So we've got the well-rested, we've got spirit, and that'll be good for me. My goal of finding a starter mine was complete, but my interest remained piqued on a different kind of metallurgy. Alchemy. I hoped by finding the alchemist that I could understand what it would take to progress my magic. Okay, so let's head back to base. Let's drop all of this ore off, see what the blacksmith needs to use it in case you're not familiar with the game. That's the guy yelling at me right now. Oh, it looks like he wants to talk to me. So you went atop that ancient spire, huh? I know a few people who'd give anything for a view like that, although now maybe there's less bustle to observe than before. Yeah, so that ancient spire apparently is used, the ancients used to use it as teleportation, like they would disappear into it, but the normal folk didn't know that they were using it to teleport with. And now, since I'm part ancient, I can also use it to teleport. But anyway, if you're not familiar with this game, you have to find these NPCs, which then allow you to use their specialty. So he is a blacksmith, he can craft blacksmithing things. So anyway, let's see what quest he has for me. What he has to say. Salvaging. This is good. Okay. Let's enhance your preferred equipment with some of the gear you've been collecting. We've got to salvage some equipment first. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty now. Okay. So let's see if he has any extra stuff for me to craft. I can turn regular runes into legendary runes. That's nice. But yeah, as you can see, I need to set up a forge, which I should be able to do pretty quickly. And then I've got the metal scrappy axes and stuff that he can do for me. So my flame wants to talk to me. This is like the center of where I'm building. So the ancient vaults contain voices silenced by the shroud, yet some sparks still linger, flickering in the dark. A hunter, once the fiercest in the land, and an alchemist with knowledge of the ages. Awaken them, for they will help you along your journey. Nice. Okay, so just as I had to awaken the blacksmith, as I mentioned earlier, I would like to awaken the alchemist, particularly because the alchemist is going to help me with my magic. This staff that I have needs ammo to work, so I need to be able to craft magic ammo, and I'm assuming the alchemist will have that. So I also have thoughts about the alchemist as I put this stuff away. I have a feeling that maybe we're gonna find Balthazar. Balthazar has been someone who has been writing these notes to us. Well, not to us, but he's been leaving notes behind, and what I'm wondering is if Balthazar is actually the alchemist, because on all of Balthazar's notes, it's titled The Alchemist. So I'm hoping maybe we're about to meet Balthazar. Alright, so just by interacting with the workbench, all of my stuff is repaired. I don't think there's any extra armor I can craft right now with my blacksmith, so I think I'm just gonna head straight to where the alchemist is. I'm going to use the spire. I'm going to use the spire, and then we're going to glide over, and hopefully I don't land myself in the middle of the shroud. Okay. But yeah, I am loving these notes that the game leaves. Alright, we're going to do that one. 742 meters. Or 800 and... okay, 800 and something. So we're gonna go this way. I'm going to attempt to land on that middle peak there. And we're gonna see how this goes. Oh, no, up. Up. Why is it doing that? Why is it going down? Oh no! Oh, what's happening? I have no idea why... well, that did not work as I intended. I have no idea why my character just shot straight down at the ground. What is up with that? Get out of here. Demon spawn. Alright. What mistake did I make there? I have no idea why I did that. I think I should still be able to reach across the span. We're gonna see how this goes. Let me get to this high point and we'll try that again. That was bizarre. Okay. So, like, when I found that mine, it had a little, like, circle around it on the map. So I think by finding that note, it, like, unlocked, I think their hints, maybe? Which allowed me to then find the mine. Harvest, homestead, dodge. I want to try and parry. Let's see. My stamina is already quite low from gliding, so I'm not thrilled about that. So I need to recover my stamina. Okay, so we've landed on a homestead. This is actually pretty cute. I wonder if I could build here. It's already got like the outer structure of buildings. What if I could build here? Can I bop my way through here? There's something getting eaten over there. Alright, we're in. I could have just gone around the side. Okay, open. We have a trap door. Ooh, this is fun. Alright, scrap arrow. I don't really need arrows. I'm not going to be living that bow life. So yeah, I could totally see myself... Oh, we've got gardens? Oh, this is great. Okay. Tear out. I love that. It's like you're weeding. So I'm a big gardener in my day-to-day life. I spend so much time outside pulling weeds, planting things, rescuing dying plants that I probably should have paid more attention to, but you know, we get sidetracked by things like games. editing videos. But so I have tomatoes now. I don't know if that means I'll also get tomato seeds, but what I want to try and do is mine this block and see it. Dirt road block. Okay, so that's just a dirt road block. I was kind of hoping I would get like a garden bed, but I'm assuming I'm gonna need to find the farmer in order to do that, right? That would just make a good deal of sense. I'm gonna grab these furs. Ooh, I see. Ooh, wait, let me sit. Let me get some rusted stuff going on. But I saw... Ooh! I was gonna say, I saw a red glowy thing inside, so let's go see what that is. I do love reading notes. What is this? I can't see what you are. Is there just a sheep in here? Oh! Well, I guess I wasn't the one attacking that. I guess a wolf got that one. But what is this noise that I'm hearing? Let's loot this. Dried purple berry. That's a nice stove and things. Okay. Let's read this note. Figure out what... Guys, that is so creepy. Oh, I can just loot all this stuff, huh? Backpack. My backpack is full already. Oh, I've got a lockpick. Nice. I'm so glad I brought lockpicks with me. Okay. Oh no, this looks like this was a really sad meal, huh? Alright. We've got a note. Ooh, this is about buried something or other. I buried it deep, and this is called Seed of Suspicion. They came in droves again yesterday, sunburnt heathens. They twist and mangle their bodies whenever they bow to their gods, their idols, the ancients. They bring too many mouths to feed and hold out their hands for alms instead of getting to work. I'd send them back to the Kindle wastes. Why would Orendel's drought be my problem? The kingdom of Meldor belongs to us. These are my crops, my riches. They won't fool me. I buried my treasure in the fenced lot underneath the small shelter not far from here. They won't find it when it's hidden beneath the mud. Tonight, I'll sleep deeply. Okay, well, it looks like we're looking for buried treasure before we find the alchemist. But also, I find this part really interesting. It says, they bow to their gods, their idols, the ancients. So it's like... to whoever wrote this note, the ancients were actually kind of bad, maybe? Sunburnt heathens. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled for something that would match that. Unless he's talking about something to do with flame touch, like we are, people who are touched by the flame like us. Seed of Suspicion. Yeah, so this person is suspicious, it would seem. They've planted a seed of suspicion, so to speak. Ooh, and they've got a cellar. Ooh! Rats! Rats, rats, rats! I parried that rat. This should be a lot of fur. My backpack is full. Please hold. Alright, let's light this place up. Ooh, we've got some nails. Okay. Now, this is not where the treasure is buried, but I'm curious what's in here. It kind of makes me want to, like, go through here. Look, it looks like there should be a door here. Open? Open what? Oh, well that's easier than beating through there. I guess my spidey senses were right about that, though. Oh, no, hey, wait. Let me get the treasure chest, please. Chest? There we go. Ooh, bandages. I will always take a bandage because they take plant fiber to craft, and I feel like I spend so much of my time looking for plant fiber. I wandered out of the destroyed house and headed towards where I imagined the treasure might be buried. It would be a nice little pick-me-up before rescuing the alchemist from his cinder vessel. So he said that the treasure is by a fenced-in area. Ooh. It looks like when I was picking at that garden. Ooh. That's Shroud down there. Ooh, that looks like a nasty contraption. Okay, let's not do that. Let me look at that note one more time. I want to find that treasure. Because I love notes that hint at these things. Seed of Suspicion. Okay. I buried my treasure in the fenced lot underneath the small shelter not far from here. They won't find it. Okay, fenced lot. Oh, look, it will actually show it on the map. That's very interesting. So it will guide you to general locations. Now, like Windrose, I don't know if this game has the option to turn off exploration so that you don't get those extra hints, because I would have loved... I need to find this wolf. I would have loved to... Hold on, I want to try and parry this. Didn't quite get that, but I would have loved the option to just find it myself, you know? Let's drink from this to help my stamina. And then also, I have this that I haven't been able to fill for a while. So right-click to refill. Okay, so you have to hold right-click. I see the fenced area for the treasure. It's mucky and muddy. Oh, that's interesting. So, how does that work? It looks like there's a little bit of a challenge with this. How do I get through it? Is this all just gonna suck me up? Oh, is this it? Let's see. I think this is it. But how cool is that as a mechanic that you can totally fall into quicksand? Okay, let's open this. What's in it? Lesser ring of stamina, +4 stamina regeneration, backpack full. Get rid of the wood. Give me the ring. The ring of power, lesser stamina of regen. Okay. Let's put this in. No, we're gonna put it in 2. Let me make sure I have the right stuff on. Yes, so +25 to health and health regeneration, and then this is +4 to stamina and stamina regeneration. The ring that I took off was actually better, even though... Okay, well, I guess we're gonna put that other one back on. Interesting. Huh. Okay, well, off to the Alchemist we go. The abandoned homestead taught me a bit more about the different mechanics I might run into in Enshrouded, like sinking mud and also well-hidden treasure chests behind opportune walls. But my quest still remained to find the Alchemist, so I headed to a place of ancient power that, of course, was guarded by enemies. Here we are. I'm assuming... Ooh, we've got some kind of traps? We've got some bushes I can crouch in and be sneaky. Okay, let's see if I can sneak my way towards that guy. Or I can just... Let's see, is there someone up there? Or I can just throw a grenade at him. Ooh, he's totally gonna see me. He didn't see me. Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna open with the staff. And then I'm gonna do this and dodge. I can't believe I didn't dodge that. Okay, so he shoots explosives. Nice. So I get all of that. Gotta switch back. And we're gonna try being very, very sneaky. I think there's a guy up here. Yeah, there is. I'm gonna throw a little bit of his own medicine at him. Ineffective. That's really cool. So, so throwing a taste of his own medicine at him is ineffective. Ooh, that's mud. Ooh! Didn't dodge that in time. Okay, he's down anyway. This is getting significantly more difficult. Between the mud and the big booms. Water pouch. I'm gonna dump that water pouch. I don't need another water pouch. Okay, we continue on. I must rescue the Alchemist. Also, this is great. Scavenger bonfire. Interesting. So now I have this unlocked, which means if I do die, I'll just go back there. Okay. I feel like if I had stuck with a sword, things would be so much easier. I think I see something that can blow up there, so I'm going to try that to take that guy out. Let's see. Come on, blow up. Please blow up. Oh, that's not working. Ooh! Run! Dodge. Okay, so this is a guy with daggers or something. Alright. And then there's another guy up above that I was trying to explode, but... Here. Oh! Just kidding. He came down to party. Alright. I think my shield actually blocked passively there. Nice. Just keep blocking it. Alright. I'm not going to need that scrap arrow, so I'm just going to go ahead. Where did it go? Delete it. I have to remember I do have mana potion on my other bar. Okay, so let's see. Is there an explosive barrel up top with that guy? No, there is not. It would be really cool if we could carry them and place them, but alright. How can I do this? Where are they all? I just want to make sure I'm not about to get into some big trouble. I don't necessarily want to grapple up there until he comes back. There we go. I took out the last few remaining guards on the outside of the ancient site, and then I headed up the stairs, hoping to find the alchemist's vessel awaiting. We've made it to the ancient temple, where we will find the alchemist that I so need. Okay. This looks a little trickier than the first one. Okay, what do we have here? I'm gonna try left first. Do I need to... Oh, okay. So that was a little secret. I was gonna say, do I need to push a button here or something? Powder ball. Okay, so it's making sure I have a powder ball. So let's see why. Usually when games give you an item to use like that, there's a reason. Okay. I'm just gonna creep over here. Ah, a repair hammer. This would be a good idea to repair all of my stuff. There we go. I love that so much that they have included that. Okay. That got the attention of a lot of them. Dodge. Just keep spamming. Have you guys noticed that this whole time I still haven't summoned a friendly skeleton? I've really lost my luck with the 5% chance. Or rather, not lost my luck, but I have no luck. Okay. Alright, this guy does arrows, I think, so we'll just block him with the shield. Very nice. Alright. Making our way through. Collecting all of the torn scrap. I've noticed that... or torn cloth. I've noticed that torn... Where are you? Where are you? I hear you making noises. I've noticed that torn cloth can be best collected from these enemies, these types of enemies. I think this just leads to the same place where I was. Okay, up we go. Up we go. Let's go right this time. See what's to the right. Hopefully not too many more enemies. And through the big doors. And what is on the top floor? What was that noise? What am I hearing? It feels like something's like right on top of me, making footfall right on top of me. Okay, I see the cinder vessel, is that what it was called? I see the cinder vessel, but I also see a few friends. Okay. I really like these enemies because their attacks are so slow, their daggers, that, you know, it's just easy to dodge away. Oh, I'm loving all of this scrap and torn cloth. It's a gold mine. Okay, who else is in here? Anyone? Alright, here we go. The Alchemist awaits. Maybe I can get some clarification on how magic works now. Awakened Survivor. It is Balthazar. That is so cool that we've been reading Balthazar's notes this whole time. Okay, bone meal. So, I'm assuming bone meal might be what I need to craft alchemical stuff. Shroud survival flask. New location charted. Okay. What new location has it charted? Unique equipment. Springlands. Okay, so there's just so much stuff now to look into. Alright, let's see what's at the top of this structure, and then I'm gonna head back and talk to the alchemist so that we can learn a thing or two about these magics I'm supposed to be using with my staff. I'm also gonna have to take a look at the ranged aim settings. I'm not sure that there's anything else up here beyond destruction and really creepy noises, but see if I can head out these doors. Yep. Okay. So, Balthazar has been added to my base. So we've got a blacksmith and an alchemist. And I'm assuming this is just going to want me to... Oh, I see a chest up there. Well, we're going to go do that. That is so cool. Please tell me I reach. I do. Don't go off the edge. Okay. Rising fighter chest. Physical armor 16, magical armor 8, health 60. This is a yes. This is needed. I'm gonna go ahead and just eat the berry, and then I can take the armor. So let's take a look at this. 16 and 8 plus 60 health, whereas on my character right now is 13 and 7 and no health bonus. So this is a huge upgrade for me. And then I can salvage this for a chest now, and it'll give me runes. So I could salvage this ring. I just have to remember that, you know what, this is a bow ring, so I am going to salvage it. There we go. So that gives me a bunch of runes. Okay, so now I'm figuring out how you get a hold of runes, because I realized that to upgrade my gear, you need quite a bit of those. Okay. I think this area is cleared. Let's go back to the base and summon my alchemist. I'm curious what he's gonna look like. If he's gonna look like your typical mage or what. And I'm gonna laugh so hard if... Wait, you're weak, kid. A true Flameborn would arm themselves. Let me show you how. Well, you know what? I don't want you to feel ignored, Oswald, but like... I'm not arming myself with swords. I'm trying to arm myself with how do I switch through my NPCs? How do I do this? Tab, attune summoning staff. There we go. Here's Balthazar, and yes, he does look like a mage. Yeah, so what I was saying, Oswald, is that I'm not trying to wear, you know, your swords and things that shine. I'm trying to imbue magic in my things. Powerful alchemy. Okay. Alright, this is good. Alright, let's talk to him. Oh, look at his staff. It almost reminds me of like a snake going to strike. Oh, he looks really cool. Okay. A miracle! I joined the living once more. Come back here. I am Balthazar, an alchemist. I craft potions and other fare. So I'm also really curious to see if he's going to have more like history on all of this for us, since he was writing those notes, right? Okay, here we go. Eternally magical. We are specks of dust in a whirlwind of stars, my friend. Ooh, this is like Origins of the Universe kind of stuff. Do you dare to reach out, wishing to grasp a piece of eternity? Perhaps obtaining an eternal spell would suit you. I know one was buried in an underground tomb alongside its dreadful master. You could use it to do a lot of good. Yes, I would like a spell. Okay, so maybe that put a place on the map. The elixir's dangers. Flameborn, you carry the elixir. Please, I beg you to be careful. It brings corruption and death. I've seen it happen. At first, it seems to strengthen the body, but it rots the mind. Please do not drink the elixir. So I think it's really interesting that humanity went in search of this elixir deep down, and they became addicted to it, and they began to think that they needed it to survive, and through their greed and through their addiction to this elixir, they unlocked instant karma, and the shroud came up from the depths. The curse of the shroud. Anyway, let's see what this guy has to craft. I scrolled through the alchemist's wares, and I was instantly excited about an item I found that would allow me to parry in a more magical way rather than having to carry around a shield with my wand. This is a ward. It's a shield. Parry power. Oh, okay, we gotta do this. How do I do this? How do I craft this? I can't craft it. It's probably because he doesn't have a bed yet. Okay.
Glad to help.
Well, this is exciting. So this is the eternal spell thing. This is the hunter. Yeah, wow. There is just so much to do. Flame, sanctum. Okay. I am just, there's just so much. An eternal spell, new quests. It's all a lot. It really is. He needs a bed though, which means he needs plant fiber and string. Alright, let's make this guy a quick bed. And then we'll go ahead and put it in here for him. Look at him. He's standing in there. No, sir, this is my room. This is my room. This can be your little side of the world over here. The nerve of him. Alright, the bed is already on the hot bar. There we go. Okay, now I need to go get my staff. I left my staff in here because I don't want to be bringing it with me on every journey. So anyway, unoccupied bed, assign Balthazar. There. So now he's got a bed. So I should now be able to see what he can craft, right? I want to see. Yes, here we go. Okay. So this is going to require a forge, a blacksmith, metal sheets, which you make at a forge, bone meal, and aerated banshee gel. I haven't seen a banshee yet. This is the first news I'm hearing that banshees exist, so that's a little scary. He needs grinding stones. Okay, this is all really good info to have. So what I'm going to do now is sleep through the night. I need to get rid of that wet buff, and I also need to get my rested buff back. And at the top, that's interesting, it says night speed times 60, so it does let you know that it's definitely speeding things up for you. Cool, I like that. Now that I had awakened the alchemist and given him a place to live, I decided that I wanted to try to collect a spark to upgrade my flame altar. I headed off around the base of the mountain near my camp. I ran into a rather explosive viewpoint. Let's see what it's going to take to get around this. I don't see any enemies. Oh, I might have come down here earlier when I was collecting to kill those sheep, so I might have taken them on. But look, there's tons of flint here that I didn't notice. I could have just been using the flint. Look at that. Can I swing off that? I can. And then up to here. Very nice. The traversal in this is so good. We've got a chest. Bandages and arrows. Up we go. I find it so interesting our characters are so small in stature. Like, to me, I feel like a hobbit or a halfling or something. I kind of wish we could have a little better control. Oh, yeah, I'll drink from that. Why not? I wish we had, like, better control over what our characters' bodies look like. Because perhaps I might want to be a little taller or slimmer. You know? So that I can really feel good about myself. You know, when you wake up and you have one of those days where you're feeling a little less than. Okay, so it looks like we've got enemies up around the corner. Am I missing a guy in here? We'll creep through these beautiful elder flowers. Okay, so, ooh, he's got a wolf. I'm gonna try and blow them up. Oh, that blew up the whole place. Note to self, step away from the explosive barrels. And look, it even blew up a chest hidden under there. Man, I love this game. I hate killing the wolves, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Shepherd's staff and apprentice wand. Hey, that wand, I believe, is better. This is great progression. This is the progression I was talking about. Magical progression. This is exactly what I wanted. Okay, so this is an ice wand. Whereas, and it does damage 9. How is my beginner wand that I crafted still better? Overcharges 10% attack speed, mana. It's not that much better. Huh. I assumed that since it was green, it might be a little bit better than what I currently had. I'm not going to pick up any of this wood, but I will pick up the fur and the metal scrap if I see it. Wood is pretty easy to get a hold of in this, but other things, not so much. Gotta go on a bit of a journey. Okay. Whoops! I didn't mean to do that. That scared me, that sound effect. Cook? It looks like there's a fireplace up top. Alright. Gonna do a quick repair. I think it's really funny that every single repair anvil has a skeleton laying on it. I think that's pretty funny. Alright. Behind door number 1, we have a note. Ooh, and tons more bombs. Are we going to be able to craft the explosives, by the way? Let's read this. Careful with this shipment, Argon. Take care with this new shipment from the valley. The merchant said it was highly volatile. Apparently, the explosives explode if jostled or tossed about. Who would have known? Anyway, I paid a pretty penny for this. Do not mess around in here. I can't afford to fix another hole in the wall. That's funny. Very appropriate considering what we just did to that guy and his poor wolf. Alright, let's continue on. My journey onwards led me up a meandering path in a cliffside that eventually brought me to the resting place of more than just the spark that I needed. Let's cross our fingers and hope this leads where I need to go to collect some sparks. I was thinking I could still be true to the lore of a Flameborn if I were to use lightning magic, because lightning can make sparks, lightning can make fire, just has to hit a tree or something. Alright, I'm assuming that bat is going to come down here and bother me. So I'm not going to let myself get jump scared when it does. Here we go. Okay, well, there was more than one bat. So I'll allow it. Okay. That's fun. Okay, so we have found the Flame Sanctum. With not too much of a struggle. Still a journey, but... Alright, let's see what we're supposed to do here. It's another ancient type of building. So, in we go. Speaking of jump scares, oh my gosh. Okay, Will, back to the quest. We've got a skeleton. These lovers sought refuge in the flame, but it warms them no longer. Offer its spark at the flame altar in your home? Oh, that's kind of tragic. Okay, let's see if this... Yeah, this looks like it's going to be the story. My dearest Helen, please hold your tears and sit by my side. Let us gaze over the valley as we've done before. The setting sun and falling leaves are like our brief and precious time. Let us share these hours before the shroud whisks them away. Come rest your head on my shoulder, my daffodil, yours forever, Salim. Oh. I'm sorry, Helen and Salim. I appreciate your flame. It will be used. Look, they had health potion, wax, bandage. They had all kinds of stuff in here with them. Okay, well, collect. Nice, we've gotten a spark. So now I assume I go back to my base and I use that spark, right? You've obtained a spark. Use the spark to strengthen the flame at your flame altar. Strengthen the flame at the flame altar to increase your shroud passage level and to establish more bases. Okay, this is perfect because I would like to build elsewhere. I want to find water. I want to build near water somewhere so that I can fish. But we made it. Look at that. We made this long journey past scavenger dens, by another flame shrine, and up this mountain to the top of this flame shrine area. Let's go back and upgrade the flame. And then after that, I'm not sure where the journey is going to take me. I'm not sure if I should go unlock more NPCs or I should call them villagers. They kind of seem like they want to be alive, you know what I mean, rather than just an NPC. But strengthen the flame. Spark. Okay, so I'm actually going to need to do a little bit of resource collection. I need resin, penny bun. I've got all the animal fur I need. I might actually have everything I need. Oh, I hear a wolf doing nasty things. Bullying the sheep by my base. But anyway. Okay, I collected the resin from some trees. I should have everything I need now to strengthen the flame. Oh, bones. Need the bones. Have plenty of bones. Okay. Let's do this. Strengthen the flame. So look, this is what it'll give me. Flame level will move to 2, and my time in the shroud will move from 5 minutes of protection to 6 minutes of protection. So in a way, this is like not only strengthening my base, but it's strengthening the inner flame of my little flameborn. It's kind of cute. Okay, flame level up. Nice. Okay, so now I'm supposed to talk to it. It's kind of nice having a relationship with a flame. A flame, like a romantic flame. Oh, I love wordplay. Okay. The spark of knowledge has erupted within. Ready yourself to unveil the secrets of our past. Find the 2 ancient obelisks of the Springlands to learn the world's fate, a story of rot and fire. Only those who seek the truth shall find it. I love story, so that's exciting to me. Nice. We did it. Well, okay. New locations on the map. There is just so much to do, so I really would like to get all of the different people so that I can really see like what can be crafted to help me in the rest of my journeys. So I want to go and hit all these other viewpoints, but I want to be as well equipped as I can be to hit those viewpoints, and I feel like being able to farm for better food would help. I feel like having a carpenter to help me craft maybe better weapons would help. You know how like there's like a, you know, the blacksmith works with the alchemist. The alchemist, Balthazar, needs the blacksmith in order to do his things. Yeah, so I'm going to have to figure out my priorities here, but it does want me to do the hunter, so I'm probably going to end up doing that. All right. Well, that was it. Night has fallen here in Enshrouded in Embervale. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. We're going to have to just wait and see what I end up doing next. I'm not sure, as I said, if I'm going to go for that hunter or if I'm going to go for the story. But that has been today's adventure. I am really enjoying the fantasy progression of this. I'm about to start Lord of the Rings Book 2 later today, so I'm sure I'm going to come back with more ideas on what I could get up to as a wizard. Still waiting for those 5% skeletons to spawn. I might have to buff up that skill point a little bit, add some more skill points to it. I just saw a meteor shooting stars. That's so cool. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. As always, I hope you are enjoying your games, particularly if you are running around in Embervale like I am as a Flameborn. That is it for me today, and I will see you all in the next video.